Good morning. I'm Gloria Keith with Action Speaks, again continuing the readings of research, study, and history of the gifted. This information that I'm sharing with you, these readings that I'm sharing with you, perhaps will authenticate the production of my book, Every Child Born Gifted by Gloria J. Keith. I shall continue to read Social Context and Racial Identity, Ecological Models, e.g. Bronfenbrenner, 1986, locate the individual within a broader context that includes family and peer setting, involvement with organizations such as church and school, and macro influences such as societal values and norms. The discourse on racial identity, however, often ignores the importance of contextual information, most notable the racial compositions of the information or of the school. Sellers, 1993, notes that a strong racial identity may be associated with more positive psychological outcomes in certain situations, and that in other situations, such as strong identity, may be a lightning rod for psychological distress. Although studies that examine the difference in relationships between racial identity and achievement in schools of different racial compositions could be identified. See Sellers, Chauvis, and Cook, 1998, for an exception. There is evidence of differing levels of identification across contexts. For example, children in more integrated schools are better aware of racial differences, are more likely to have friends from the out-group, and tend to like children of other races more than children in either predominantly white or predominantly African American schools. Dutton, Singer, and Devlin, 1998. Ford, Harris, Sugar, and Harris, 1991, note that the pressure for gifted African American students to underachieve in favor of peer acceptance may be greater in predominantly white schools. Other accounts suggest that when they are in the majority, many minority students feel positively about their achievement without the social problems experienced by others in more mixed race settings. Farrell, 1994, Townsend and Pattern, 1995. Cook and Ludwig, 1998, for instance, found that the social cost of high achievement were greater for African American students in predominantly white schools. While awareness of the potential social problems of gifted students is critical to educators' ability to support these students, such awareness should not lead to unfounded expectations. That is, it should not be assumed that all students in all contexts face significant social problems. Instead, individuals must be viewed within their own complex social and cultural network. Implications and recommendations. This review points to the need for some systematic empirical research on the role of racial identity in the lives of gifted African American students. The focus on the dichotomized perspective has limited the scope of current research. The literature of giftedness in African Americans, like the general literature on academic achievement in African American students, Wong and Raleigh, 2001, has mainly focused on psychosocial risk. Further research must address pathways to resilience that may include understanding biculturality, better understanding the role of classroom racial makeup, and the protective role of certain racial ideologies and centrality. In addition, basic research can be conducted to investigate levels of racial salience in the gifted classroom and within peer contexts. In this way, researchers can determine whether certain students are more likely to focus more on academic-related identities within the gifted classroom, thereby lessening the sense of social isolation from other peers. In addition, the psychological cost of such cognitive identity switching must be examined. We will continue to read next time, continue and complete this particular study of giftedness, or of the gifted African American. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Gloria Key with Action Speaks. May God bless you.